Welcome to the Agent Goldmine, the only podcast in the world specifically for real estate agents who are stuck at 5 transactions a year to help them get to 20 plus. Your hosts, Ali Garced and Shelby Johnson, 2 EXP icon agents, each do over 40 transactions a year and interview others who are crushing it. In this podcast, you'll receive the knowledge to help you scale your business using systems and processes with our interviews and monologues twice a week. If you want to be a part of our community, reach out. Welcome to the show. Welcome back to another episode of The Agent Goldmine, your favorite podcast for helping you get from $100,000 to $200,000 GCI. Today, I'm covering something that I learned over this weekend, and it is cloning your voice to help you get more prospects, to help you get more buyers, to help you get more sellers in probably a new type of lead gen method that you may not have thought about up until this point, and that is podcasts. A lot of people, when they think podcasts, they think like educational, they think like maybe business. I don't know what you guys think, but likely story is that you probably don't think about listening to a podcast in order to get yourself in front of buyers and sellers in your area. Start. So I recently came across information that Arnold Schwarzenegger, I can never pronounce his last name. Our boy Arnold has a podcast called like Arnold's Pump Club or something like that. And check it out. It's all of the episodes are 5 minutes long. Pretty sure like 5 on the dot. Not shorter, not longer. Every single one is AI generated. It is not Arnold it's Arnold's voice, but he is not the one recording. It's not his words. So how do they do it? There are a ton of platforms that actually can clone your voice. Usually it's at a cost. So this is not a free type of lead gen method. But I was playing around this past weekend on how to do this because why not learn how to do this ahead of other agents? And that's why you're listening to this podcast, The Agent Goldmine, which, by the way, now you can comment. If you are a Spotify listener, you can now comment on every single episode. So if this is helpful, or if you have any questions, comment on Spotify and give us a rating. 5 stars, of course. So ElevenLabs.io is the website that I'll be talking about today. And I'm going to start sharing my screen actually to walk you through it. So if you're on YouTube, you can go ahead and follow me over there. Otherwise, I will be as descriptive as I could as I could try to be. So ElevenLabs, I think there is a free method. I don't know if the free method actually gives you an avatar for you to clone your own specific voice. I upgraded because I'm trying to actually make this work. So this is the homepage. When you start with ElevenLabs, you have different, I think of what they call avatar or voices. So you're going to go over here, you're going to add new voice. And this is where you're going to add as many high quality audio, or like video, even video, MP3 or really MP3 files of yourself. So that way you can start adding your voice and it can recognize you. The more, the better. And of course, the higher quality you sound, have a better mic, no background music, no crying baby in the background. The more of that, the better. So I added a ton. And over here, as you can tell, this is the Ali the Agent voice. That's what I named it. So Ali the Agent, you upload as many as you can. And then you add a, what do you call it? Like a description. So I went on ChatGPT to ask ChatGPT how it would describe my voice and my tone. And so I pretty much just copied what ChatGPT said about me, which was like a 34-year-old energetic American female with a little bit of sass and blah, blah, blah about talking about business. So I copied and pasted. And after you upload a bunch of your MP3 files, if you don't have any, that's okay. You can just start. You can just record right then and there on a computer. It will take probably a good 2 to 6 hours to download everything, process everything. And when you come back the next day, you should be able to type anything in and it will spit it out loud to you in your own voice. So So that's like the practical use of how to use ElevenLabs or how to get started on ElevenLabs. So how do you turn this into clients? It is so easy for you to, on the left-hand side here under products, hit studio, go to, you can either start from scratch or over here, create a podcast. When you click create a podcast, this is where you can uh, upload a file. So if you use ChatGPT, if you have already done blogs, you can copy and paste the entire blog, upload that over here. If you do YouTube already, you can import the URL. And under the format, you could either put bulletin or conversation. I would probably recommend just bulletin, where it's just you and it's just monologue, as opposed to the conversation, which is going to be you and someone else. Or you can use an existing project. So when you say, for example, you've already been doing a couple of blogs on your website to get some clients, or you've posted very helpful things on Facebook, go back to those posts, copy and paste it, upload it here, keep it bulletin format. The host voice is going to be you. And then you hit generate, and within a minute, is going to spit out the entire podcast for you. And you can play it, you can edit it. So if something doesn't sound right, or maybe you missed a word or you stumbled, like you can get rid of all the errors, and make it sound more like you. Once you have that, on the top right hand side, you're going to see an export button. Export it and throw it into Spotify. It is only like one more step after this. And here, actually, if I hit export right now, it's going to take a bit. But here, you can export either into MP3 or a WAV file. But I'm guessing I would do MP3. I'd probably Google this part. I haven't done this yet. Or you can just go ahead to publish, and literally right here is publish straight to Spotify. So I'm not going to hit this yet because I'm not ready to publish this one, but this is it. Whether you wanted to make an entire Spotify podcast channel on moving to Lexington, Kentucky, or how to sell your home in St. Paul, Minnesota, you can use ChatGPT to help you with the bullet points. You can make sure that you add your own flavor, your own twist. Plus, ElevenLabs already has a description of how you talk, whether it's sassy, whether it's like a lot of stats, whether it's whatever. And you can make sure that you hear the entire podcast, make some tweaks to make sure it sounds like you. And within 2 clicks, you can publish this to Spotify.
If you're looking to change brokerages this year so you can increase your business, and you want to join us at eXp Realty and would like either myself, Ali Garced, or Shelby Johnson to personally sponsor you in, so that way you have access to 2 icon agents, text the word join to either my number, 914-318-4918,
or Shelby's number, 859-267-3849.
If I sponsor you and you have access to the both of us and everything that's 5 Pillars Nation, we have the checklist, the systems, the processes to help you scale your business. And don't take our word for it. We've had agents switch brokerages to join us that were stuck making $300,000 GCI, and they join us so they can scale. So text the word join to those numbers and we'll take the next steps.
And within 2 clicks, you can publish this to Spotify. Boom. There you go.
I feel like you can also, if you wanted to, use this as like voiceovers. So if you wanted to do like longer videos, description, maybe you have like a bunch of B-roll, or maybe you don't have a bunch of B-roll and you want to do this as a short clip for either YouTube or Instagram or whatever platform, you could use this as your voiceover once you have it set up. That's another option. I have a question, Ali. Well, first of all, do you by chance know if you can speed up or slow down? Like, because it knows your voice, right? But like, could you like, be like, hey, please speed this up? Do you know if that's possible?
100% you can speed it up. So in the filter button under your voice, you can do volume up or down, speed, slower or faster, stability, which I'm not quite sure yet what exactly. Oh, I guess monotone or not. Similarity, and style exaggeration. I'm still playing around with the similarity and style exaggeration. and then there's like a toggle for a speaker boost. So yeah, you can make this faster, slower, more stable, or more monotone. You do you, boo boo.
Okay, I have a question. This is more of like a opinion based question. Is so in the beginning you told the story about our boy Arnold, our boy, and his podcast that is never actually him. It is literally AI. Whether or not it's his thoughts, it's probably his thoughts, his ideas, maybe past things like similar that he's written down, whatever. But how does that make you feel if you were a listener and you knew now that you know that this is not actually him speaking? Like, are you still inclined to be like, oh, I'm interested, or you're like, nah, that's a fucking robot? I'm just curious about like
Yeah.
your emotional reaction to this.
Yeah. I mean, I'm all about it. It's so in the way that I think about it is instead of reading the entire book or watching the entire movie or listening to the entire TED talk, give me the highlights in 5 minutes in Arnold's voice from what Arnold already said. So like cut all the fluff, give me the meat and the bones. So that's kind of like how I think about it. Like I personally would rather listen to slash watch a 5 minute super tactical actionable podcast as opposed to watching like an hour long Arnold talk or anybody talk, where there's a lot of the like comic parts and the
Fluff.
stuttering and yeah, just the fluff. So give me the fucking bullet points of what I can do. 5 minutes, boom.
Okay. Yeah, I was curious. So, because I'm like torn. I understand that it'd be like his ideas, in theory, but then the minute where I'm like, oh, it's like chat GPT generated, and then I'm like, I definitely see the value in it, but there's also this like human part of me that is like, and I'm like trying to shut it down a little bit, like go away voice, but there is a part of me that's like, that's not him. You know what I mean? And so that's why I was just curious about your thoughts and perspective. And actually, listeners, curious about yours as well. If you feel like sharing, I would love to know because I'm like just tossing around that in my brain. That's
I'm
all.
curious too, like knowing your perspective on it now. Have you listened to the Arnold podcast?
No, I haven't.
Okay, this is where I'm super curious. Like, because I didn't have any time to really digest it. I was like, holy shit! I stopped the podcast I was listening to, and then I went straight to Arnold's, and I was like, whoa, this is good. But also, I don't follow him that much,
Right.
so like,
There's no
I
personal
don't
connection with
exactly
him. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wonder though, if you were to listen to one podcast, how you feel after. So let's talk about this in the next episode. I'm
Totally.
super curious if you're still.
I also kind of just wish I didn't know because I think that if I didn't know, I would, and especially if it sounds just like him and it is his ideas, then I mean, obviously I'd have no issue. I'd just be like, oh, this is great. This is like a 5 minute nugget of Arnold. You know what I mean? So then there's that too, where it's like, if it is your idea and it is truly your voice, okay, I'm done. I'm done speculating. I'm done doing this like what if thing. Ali, I think this information is really cool. It's amazing. And it's something that can be used in a lot of different ways. The podcast for sure, the videos, voiceovers, whatever. Yeah, it's fucking cool.
Yeah. I mean, I bet people think that this is a live episode. I'm telling Belinda. I'm telling your mother, Shelby.
Hi, Mom. Sorry.
I bet people think this is a live episode now, but this is all AI. I'm just kidding.
It's not. It's really us. Or else, dude, yeah, that'd be funny. If AI would know to be like, sorry, Belinda.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Train
My
it.
mom's name.
Put that in the description of what your voice is. Like
yeah,
every time
totally.
I curse, say sorry, Belinda. And
Right.
one more thing is this is ElevenLabs is probably not as expensive as you think. Originally, I think when I first looked at ElevenLabs like 2 years ago, it was costly, but also back then I was like way more cheap than I was now. And I'm still cheap. I'm still very, very cheap. But it's $22 a month for I forget if I got one user or two users for this one for you, Shelby. But
Is it unlimited use?
So on the top right, it has I started off with like 110,000 credits, and I think that's a month. Oh wait, yeah, 110,000 credits per month. So
Gotcha.
I haven't posted, but I've done like 10 minutes worth, and now I'm at 98,000. So whatever math that means, maybe like I think it's like 5
Substantial.
hours worth. Yeah. Yeah.
Substantial
For-
amount. Okay.
Yeah. Per month.
Okay, cool. Well, I think also listeners, we will just continue to update you on how we integrate this into our business and the how well we think that it works. But very cool. Ali, thank you for sharing. Love it. And guys, if you have not already gone over to theagentgoldmine.com and gotten our freebies, our free tools and checklists and all the things, go on over there. And then also, if you have not given us a 5-star review on Apple and or Spotify and you don't subscribe to our YouTube channel, shame. Just shame on you. But it's okay. You can fix it. Go do it right now.
Otherwise, you're not allowed to listen to the next episode. Be a bro and share this show.